What's up, guys? Welcome back to another Team Solemn Circus live video. On the left side here, we have Mathmech, as well as on the right side here, we have, I believe this is Traptrix. We have a very good matchup. I like both these decks a lot. You know, Traptrix being one of those trap decks that also go heavy combos. Sarah's insane. We're going to see the Traptrix player going to choose to go first here. And they're going to start off by normal summoning the Remello, activating its effects. When it searches for a whole trap card, they're going to hit with the Gamma, and that Driver is also in hand. That's so huge. If you don't have a Holotea, you're pretty much just done here. We see the Prosperity going to be banishing the 6. And they have to pretty much hope to either have another normal trap as well as a Holotea here. Or Holotea access, I should say. Banishing 6 for cost. It's going to resolve. We're going to see a Evenly, Dianea, Parallel Exceed, Champa. I guess Champa could also be doing it. And then the Pudica as well. Do you just choose the Chompy here? And see, you have, for the Champa here, you have to control a main. So we do have the Holotea here. You have to control a Traptrix monster for the Champa. We're going to link off into the Sarah, activate the Parallel Exceed. That'll summon out another one from the deck. And they will be able to overlay with both of them to go into a rank 4, which will probably be the Rafflesia. Unless they have Nib in hand. If they have Nib, this would be huge. They're going to overlay here for the Alumeris, activate the effect to summon out back the Murmello, and then Murmello effect will, target the trap there's done there, but it still has to activate, which is going to activate the Sarah effect to set a floodgate trap hole from the deck. You have to set like traps. That's pretty much how this game works. We're going to see the Champa, just summon herself out, overlay into the Rafflesia here. I'm going to link both of those away for a Kudala or whatever I think his name is. Kularia. And that's going to be able to bring back out the Alumeris, and those two are going to get banished. That's going to be that. Kularia is able to activate a trap, or once you activate a trap, it can just reset it. When you only have one trap card, you kind of really want to be able to activate it. We're going to see Circular effect going to activate here, sending the Sigma, summoning itself out, not hitting it with the Floodgate, which is interesting here. You could always Rafflesia summon it. They're going to normal summon, or they're going to target the Circular here to activate the effect to summon it out. And we could activate the effect to flip it face down here. And then we're going to see the Trap Hold Nightmare negate the effect, and then just destroy the Circular there. So it's going to negate that to be able to search. We're going to be able to summon out the other one, and then here they're going to think. We also have the Sigma engrave as well, so we'll be able to summon it back out. They're going to the Albert here, and then on the summon, they're going to take a second to read this. I definitely think you flip this face down. They're going to activate the effect here to search. Search for any Mathmech card. They're going to go for the Diameter for that normal summon play. They're going to normal summon the Diameter, activate the effect here to try to bring back the Circular. Then activate the Sigma, summon it out, and then activate the effect of the Sigma here. I guess you could hit it with the Gravedigger's Trap Hole, but then you're still getting access code OTK'd if I'm not mistaken. Because I can link those two into the, it's going to come out onto the field here. mean, if this is like, I guess you could trap Whole Nightmare the link, so I guess you have to kind of be careful there. Go into Splash Mage, and they're going to chain the Paralytic Seed here. They're going to activate the effect of, and they're going to send the Time Space Trap Hole. I actually don't know what this one does off the top of my head. That's kind of crazy. I'm going to take a second to read the card. So you're able to shuffle back the Splash Mage because there's no zones. The Link monster points to. They can't summon out the Exceed. And I guess this day they only have level 2s. They could go into the Splash Mage again, though, if they wanted to. But unfortunately, they won't be able to activate Parallel Exceed because you don't activate the effect once per turn, or else that would be pretty busted. Like, the effect have already activated and resolved, but it resolves without effect due to the fact that there was no Link zones. It points, a Link monster points to. So you're going to take a second to read the Parallel Exceed. I also want to take a second to apologize for the light. You guys see in the left corner of the screen here. I didn't get to zoom in enough when I was doing this. I was trying to set up real quick to play a match of myself. So apologies here. They're asking a question about the Paralytic Seed, the ruling there. It has activated and resolved without effect, so you cannot activate it again because Paralytic Seed is a once per turn, I do believe, unless I'm just absolutely incorrect. I'm pretty sure I'm correct, though. Let me just pull up a Parallel Exceed here. You can only use the effects of each here. So the effect has been used. If you somehow get the Parallel Exceed to be special summon on the field or normal summon, I guess you could activate the effect to summon out a second one from the deck if you wanted to, but that's going to unfortunately stay in the hand there. I'm going to take a second to explain that to the player here. I don't know why that Parallel Exceed is on the field. It has to summon to a zone it points to. Yeah, you cannot summon that Parallel Exceed. If you link summon, you can summon this card from your field to your zone that Link monster points to. That Link monster is no longer on the field, so it won't be able to summon. We're going to be seeing them using the two are thinking here, I guess. They're going to be looking at their extra deck. Going into the second Splash Mage that was bounced back to the extra deck there. And they're going to be using those two to go into the transcode here. And unfortunately, they did flip up their I guess they use the Rafflesia for no reason here, which is incorrect. This game state is very unfortunate, especially when you ask a judge. I guess it wasn't a real judge, but we are going to be seeing this, unfortunately. It does affect the game state here, but what can you do when you I guess are thinking on this? And they're just thinking, I guess they can make a so they're making the transcode there, and they're going to be able to make a update jammer, and this is going to be able to go into the access code, and then access code will be able to pop. And we can't floodgate this because it can't be flipped face down, so we're going to banish 3 to pop 3. It's not exactly how it works, but pop, 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 and then they're going to be able to attack with it, and it be double damage, I believe. 300 battle phase here. They're going to activate Holotea to protect. Completely forgot about that, to be honest. So I guess the game is not over here. I was like, oh, that's just automatically game, which kind of sucks, especially because of a bad ruling. There's something out there with Fleesia there. To survive here. They're just going to scoop it up on that, realizing they don't have enough anyways. But I think that was going to be game anyways, even with the Exceed in hand. They had on the second I guess not. I guess they'd just be able to make a Transcode or a Heat Soul and then be able to draw a card. So I guess, that would have definitely changed. So we should have seen here that the Traptrix player ended up winning game 1, but unfortunately because of that miscommunication of that ruling, it did not happen that way. So we're going to be seeing going to game 2 here. The Traptrix player did end up losing, I guess. So we're going to choose who's going to go first or second. I'd like to give a shout out to the channel here. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe on the video. It helps the channel a lot. If you guys notice any other ruling mistakes that we make here, let me know down in the comment section below. We're always trying to get better to learn, and players do make mistakes, right? Every time at locals, even like seeing stuff, especially with new decks, when you're playing against your opponent, you don't exactly know what the stuff does. Like when I was playing my first time against Traptrix, I had no idea what was going on. I didn't know what the stuff did, like the new stuff. Some people were still thinking like Holotea can be activated off the Fleesia, which it can't be. So the stuff to like really know, I guess. Like, don't be too mean on the players. We all are players, and some players are new to the decks. Trying to learn. Like this is a local, is not a YCS level event here. There is time for people to make mistakes and stuff like that. Mistakes are some good learning experiences as well here, which is what we try to offer to everybody. I make plenty of mistakes. Like Dark World, I just freestyle that stuff. Just going into game 2 here, we're going to see the Traptrix player is going to choose to go first here. We did see a fist bump for, we do like some good sportsmanlike conduct there. We're going to normal summon out the Murmello, search for that Champa. No Gamma this time. We're going to activate the Prosperity, banishing 6 once again. Pretty quick on that 6 as well, I'd like to add. And then it's going to resolve. We're going to see an Exceed, Imperm, Holotea. Let's just choose an Exceed. We don't need to care about the rest. I guess they don't have one in hand. And Exceed is crazy in this deck. For the Sarah. Then activate the Parallel Exceed. The Parallel Exceed effect's going to resolve here. So summoning out the second one there, both level 4s. I like the fact that if you negate the Parallel Exceed, it becomes level 8 as well, which is kind of crazy, and has the 2000 attack as well. So definitely can come up. I think that, you definitely should summon it in defense, but there's other times where it's like, especially turn 0, like 2000 body isn't too bad. Like, what are you going to do with this Parallel Exceed here? If it was level 4. They're going to be overlaying those until they were Fleesia, most likely. Unless you have some other trap holes. It looks like they're thinking hard. I guess they could go for Alamaris once again to do some more stuff. We're going to go for the Baguska there. Setting 1 card and passing, not drawing any of those traps. They're going to activate the Book of Eclipse to flip that face down, but they're just going to hit with an Ash Blossom there. So playing under Baguska is pretty difficult for this deck. I mean, no, it's not. What am I saying? You just link summon. Cool. I feel like just Baguska is horrible against this deck, actually. Unless like you have like a weird floodgate hand. Activate Silent Mining here, discarding the Driver. Searching for that Circular. Circular effect's going to be able to activate here, getting the Sigma. And then instead of going for like your follow-up plays, you can just go for the really for those what am I trying to say? Fusion lines. I meant to say link lines. I have the Albaz stuck in my head here. Here they're going to activate the Circular, sending the Sigma for cost, summoning itself out. you're taking a second to think. You know, they have the Sigma, they can special summon out, and then they can go in for a. They have a normal summon, so you're pretty much making a. Yeah, you have transcode access code here, pretty much. Because you can just activate the Sigma effect, summon itself out, link into whatever his name is, the Splash Mage, and then you can go Splash Mage effect, target one of the monsters in the graveyard, and then you can also go the effect of, you can just normal summon, and then you can just link those both off into the update jammer, then be able to just attack directly and just take, or not attack directly, but pop the stuff. We're going to see the addition summon itself out. Notice some of the diameter here. You know, it's unfortunately not going to be able to activate its effects. Then we're going to see the Sigma summon itself out from the graveyard. So yeah, we have lots of stuff we can play here. Linking both those away for Splash Mage. Then activate Splash Mage effect, summoning out the addition. I don't know why the Baguska was made here. That was definitely a terrible play. Unless they have Nibiru, you know, that's also a potential here. Going for the update jammer, then going to be hit with a Nib, or if that's also a time space, I guess they could. You can't respond to the summon, I guess. I actually don't really know how those trap card effects work here. I mean, you definitely link one of these away for Lingeribo. So you're just stopping that trap card, and then you're just out of luck. And then you go update jammer, and then if they have Nib, they have Nib. If they don't have Nib, you just get free here. Going for the transcode and the update jammer play here. Now, I think on the summon of the transcode, they're going to compulse it back here. And then Sarah's effect can activate summon out a monster here. Summoning out that Pudica, and then they're going to be able to activate the effect of Pudica to banish one of the monsters there because it happened on special summon. And they'll be able to special summon back a banished monster during their standby phase. And they can also activate the effect to set. And I believe that was the Traptrix trap hole. Oh, they can't activate it due to Pudica. Completely forgot about that. Yeah. We're going to go for the Mermello. And then the Mermello effect's going to activate it mandatory. And that will activate the Chain Sarah. Or they can't be activated. Yeah, what am I saying? I just definitely feel like this was just a bad play unless they have Zeus in hand. No, you can activate. You can still activate the Mermello here. They're gonna link it to the transcode, or not transcode. They're link into the link disciple and link devotee. Yeah, you definitely still get that Mermello within the Sarah set. They're gonna activate the effect to pop to summon out 2 tokens here, and then just pass on that. You'll see during the standby phase, we're gonna see that Baguska detach from material here. Yeah, it's definitely a misplay there on the part. You know, the effect was activated. It just negates the effects. But Sarah only checks if the effect has been activated, not if it's, you know, negated. Turning the Baguska into the attack position here. I actually don't even know what Baguska does while it's an attack. That's kind of wild. And so it makes it that this card cannot be targeted. We're going to see a normal summon of the Dianeo, which is going to summon back out the Mantis. And then we're going to activate the effect of Traptrix Sarah to set a card. We're going to be able to overlay here. We're setting the Nightmare, by the way. going for that Rafflesia. They're able to get some tokens here. Boost has 21 as well. Something with that Champa there, locking themselves into the insect or plants. Then they're going to be able to activate the effect. That's going to get chained to the Gravedigger tier. Then I'm going to take 2,000. And then I believe they get Sarah's effect as well as summon on a monster if they would. Oh, yeah, no, because it wasn't an effective trap card. It was just. So they get to keep that nib in hand, unfortunately, but they are going to be on one card now. I guess they potentially have Sigma Engrave as well. I'm not too sure. They're going to link those 3 away. Oh, thinking about linking those 3 away for an Actrax, I guess. Actrax is pretty cool. I think the card's like interesting. I don't know if I love the card or not. It's definitely not like a powerful Link 3 that they really should have gotten. They should have gotten something more powerful in my mind. Here you're going to see the Alamaris. Activating the effect to summon out the Mermello. You're going to go Sarah effect attack, Mermello attack, and then Alamaris attack. Then you're going to go the attack with the Baguska here. And so they're going to take, they've taken 41 with the Baguska as well as the Gravediggers, and then Alamaris over to Link Disciple, which is going to be like, I think it's difference is 16. So they'll be down pretty low in life points here. And they're going to draw a Sigma for turn, I believe. That's what it was. And they also set a card and made a Zeus. So pretty huge board here. And that nib is going to do nothing. I don't know if yeah, so there's just scoop it up there. I don't think Mathmech has a way to out that, really. I'm not really sure any deck has a way to out that board with only one card in hand. That is the problem of the Mathmech deck. If you just can't OTK or can't kill the turn 2, you're just kind of sitting in the water unless you have like another access to the trap card, which is absolutely bonkers. That's just your piece of recursion, kind of like Revolt there, in the same sense. Like if you don't have access to Revolt, or if your stuff gets stopped and then you have no access, you're kind of just sitting in the water, unfortunately, which does suck a lot. You're going to be seeing some siding in here, and Mathmech's going to get to choose who's going to go first or second. So they could be putting some cards in Rivalry, as guess could be a good option. I know a lot of the Cybers decks were playing Rivalry in the main deck prior to the. I don't know if Mathmech was, but I know that they were playing it prior to the Ishizu format. I know that the Adiganster deck was playing it. I think they're still playing it, and then stuff like it just hurts a lot of decks. I think it hurts. I know it hurts Traptrix because you're plants and insects. Like we have Mantis, Mermello, and the Arachampa, which are insects, and then the Dionea and the Pudica are also trap cards. Are not trap cards. They're also they're plants. Now diving into the game 3 here, we're going to see Mathmech making the Traptrix player going to go first here, which is definitely an interesting choice. And then we're going to see them normal summon out the Pudica and activate the effect, searching for the Garden here. I don't think the Traptrix player is planning for this at all. We're going to link away for the Sarah here. We do see a Lightning Storm in their hands, so definitely a good call there. And we're going to see the Mantis being normal summoned again off the Traptrix. I'm just going to be able to search for a hole, and then Sarah effect will also activate here, setting a trap as well. We're going to see the Arachampa summon out, which they should keep on the board, but they just choose not to, and summoning out the Rafflesia there. Then we're going to see the whole discard Floodgate, and then that'll be able to summon out. Maybe they're going to summon out Sarah here, using Sarah to summon out the Champa, but I don't really think that's what we're going to be seeing. And then Dionea, especially summoned out, setting the Floodgate overlaying the hull and the Dionea here for a redoer, I believe, or a Putica. Okay, or not Putica. The the new one. I forget her name. I don't know why. Pingula. And then we see a set 2 and a pass there, but that will not protect them from spells and traps. But does Rafflesia protect? Yeah, Rafflesia does not protect the back row there, so they'll be able to blow up those 2 back row with that Lightning Storm. We're going to see Lightning Storm being activated, and they can chain the Champa there they have in hand. That is huge. So they're protecting their back row this one time, and then we're going to see Sarah's going to be able to set a trap trick, terrifying, or yeah, trap hole nightmare here. When she Silent Mind is going to hit with an Ash Blossom there. Wow, that's huge. That Champa is really huge. They're saving the day, having 2 cards here. Now they're down 3 cards. They have 3 cards left in the hand. But they're going to be facing a lot of cards. They're going to summon out the Addition, and then it's going to get floodgated here, setting it face down. And they're going to activate the effect of Sarah there. And that's going to reveal that they have 2 Exceed in hand, and they can't do anything there. They could summon out the Sigma, but that's going to get, not very much they could do. Unfortunately, we did see that, the little brick of the Exceed in the hand, and that Arachno Champa coming in clutch there in the hand. So, just getting sacked like that is unfortunately part of the game. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and see you in the next one. Stay safe. Peace.